So my first encounter with the Coens was on Raising Arizona. I was on the set in Arizona, and it strikes me that that movie was your first with them.
Yes, it was.
What did you learn about about them, and why have you done so many movies with them?
I was impressed by their preparation, by their writing. I saw echoes of other writers that I admired, and just how funny they were. They just killed me. It's like a bottomless. They're just funny.
And they get better, don't they?
Yeah, they do. This one's incredible. How rich the characters are. I mean, you could take any of the characters he encounters, and you want to know more about them, like Al Cody, the Garfines. You could write stories about these people. They're just interesting. You want to know more about them. The poor woman that he heckles on the stage of the Gaslight, Elizabeth, her husband. You wonder about him. I mean,
Did you have
except for the army guy.
Now, did you have any exposure to this world yourself?
No, the only exposure, I did a musical in the 70s that had a lot of roots music, old-timey country music in it, and then I started hanging out with the musicians in it, and got to know a lot more about it, and it just made me interested to explore our musical heritage.
So when you were developing this character, did you and the Coens talk about Orson Welles and Touch of Evil?
No.
There's something similar there. Are you aware of that?
Two fat guys with hats.
No, big raincoats and canes.
Okay. No, that was, yeah, the cane reference we had was Everett Sloan from Lady from Shanghai.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's Orson Welles, too.
I didn't even say that Ethan goes, yeah, give me an Everett Sloan over this way. And I knew what he was talking about.
So you guys talk shorthand with each other
yeah, a little
at this
bit,
point.
yeah.
How many films have you done? Is it? I laid them all out. I think it's 5.
5 or 6.
Yeah, yeah. Barton Fink,
Raising Arizona, Barton Fink.
Hudsucker.
No, I did a voiceover on Hudsucker.
Lebowski.
And Oh Brother.
That's right. That's right. So what's the atmosphere like on the set?
They know, because they know what they want. They know how to realize that they hire terrific people, great cinematographers. I want to say it's no nonsense, but we have a lot of fun. But within those, I mean, within the day, you work. You know, you're working with very creative people, and you want to bend over backwards to help. And it's loose and jokey at the same time. On Raising Arizona, they didn't have a lot of dough, so they do stuff like strap cameras to boards and have 2 guys running with them.
It was Barry Sonnenfeld.
Barry, but they create very creative with no dough, and that really impressed me. Let's make a movie, but let's get all these great effects going for nothing. And it was like do it yourself.
Well, you kind of knew that they were going to be sticking with you for the long haul. I mean, that they wouldn't be disappearing. That they were the real thing.
Well, I didn't know about me, but I knew they'd be around for a while because they were so smart.
So I saw your new show last night. It's going.
Yes.
It's streaming for free on Amazon Prime. And I said, well, I'm talking to John Goodman tomorrow. I better check this out. It was fun.
Oh, good.
What do you think of this new world? This sort of all streaming, all.
The less I think about it, the better. Yeah, I can't get too worked up about it because I'm a little bit illiterate about some of the stuff. Some of the stuff I don't want to know about, like Twitter.
You're a Luddite?
Huh? Yeah, I'm a Luddite. Yeah, I still listen to AM radio.
So you keep yourself clear.
It's just there's so much information, or so many ways of spreading information and not enough real information to spread. So most of it's crap.
You prefer movies?
I like movies.
Yeah.
I like movies on film. I like going to the movies. I like sitting in an audience with other people. It heightens the experience.
So,
I am the last of my race.
so the other character that the other group of people you came back to was the Pixar universe with Monsters University. Sully. I have so much love for Sully that I have a stuffed toy of Sully that I sleep with. I find him very comforting.
Well, yeah, imaginary creatures in your bed can do that for you.
It'll do in a pinch.
Yeah.
But that's a great character you created.
Well, I didn't. I just showed up and rambled into a microphone. The Pixar people, they're great storytellers too, and they've got their own way of doing it, and they're very careful. But that's another deal that comes down from the top is Lasseter. John's just an oversized pixie. He's just wonderful, wonderful man.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
So if we were to go back to the Big Lebowski, which is also T-Bone Burnett and music and all of that. What was the reason that movie has endured the way that it has?
If I knew that, I'd be making movies myself. It's.
Is it about anarchy?
Oh Jesus, I don't know. It's there's so many theories about there. I just think it's funny. It has to be funny or it wouldn't go anywhere. It wouldn't have any legs. And then you get deeper and, what does a dude mean?
Right.
Dudism. I just came from New Orleans, so there was a Lebowski festival down there.
Do you go to these things?
No, I don't.
No? You happen to. Okay.
I live in New Orleans, and there happened to be a Lebowski Fest. I want to go sometime, but I want to go with Jeff and Steve. I'm afraid to go by myself. I
really liked your work in Treme, which
Thank
is
you.
very much set in New Orleans. You made me cry.
Thanks.
I thought that was. I can't believe that that's finally coming to an end.
Yeah, I guess we're starting up pretty soon.
Yeah, because that really captured something I'd never seen before in terms of what real New Orleans is like and the music there.
Well, it was great. It was great for the musicians in town.
Right.
They gave them a lot of dignity, or showed their dignity. They already had.
Well, I think a lot of the work you do is about the spirit of anarchy. I mean, if you think about the characters that in Flight, very much, for example, or in Argo, there's something rebellious and you're not contained. Okay, tell me I'm crazy.
No, Flight. I think he's contained by a bad drug habit and alcohol. Yeah, you got me. If that's what it appeals to you, then that's great.
I think it's a lot of what appeals.
Okay.
It does. People, it's like if you're sitting in a theater and you show up, there's this instant reaction of affection and gladness to see you, and that's a remarkable thing to have built over the years. I felt it in all these films. It means that you've created something of quality that people can look forward to.
Thank you.
What are you doing next? What's up? You've been very busy.
Yeah, I just wrapped Alpha House last week.
Which means you're probably tired.
Yeah, I am. I'm beat. I've been beat. I did George's movie, Monuments Men, in the spring, and then went pretty much right into Alpha House, and now I'm selling Alpha House inside Llewyn Davis, and then I guess in January we start ginning up Monuments Men, and then I'm off for a while. I need to get some surgery, so I need some downtime.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's no big deal.
No big deal.
It's just getting old surgery.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm getting fixed. Monkey glands.
The Monuments Men character that you play, who is that? Based on a real person?
I'm trying to think of the character's. I think the character's name is Walter Hancock. He's based on a real person, a sculptor from St. Louis, which is where I'm from. And he sculpted this thing that I used to drive by when I go on the bus to downtown St. Louis when I was a little kid. I used to see the sculpture all the time, and the guy I'm playing did it.
So the news has brought more of this back. It's amazing. This Nazi art, the stolen art.
Apparently, this guy struck a deal with Goebbels to get rid of degenerate art to raise funds for Germany to sell this stuff on the art, and it looks like he probably kept most of it. So there's a big story there.
What's the tone of the movie like, though? Would
Serious.
you say?
Serious, and then you got Bill Murray, Matt Damon, Bob Balaban, and I honestly say I've never had as much fun working on a film.
Why?
George is a terrific director. He's another guy that knows exactly what he wants, and he doesn't waste any time, and doesn't waste anybody else's time. But there's this spirit of this great spirit that comes down from the top, percolates down, and everybody's got it, and everybody wants to do good work and have fun at the same time. We had a ball, and it was tough. It was tough. It's not like doing real work, but it was hard being away from home for so long.
You were in Babelsberg?
Yeah.
What's that like?
Babelsberg's great.
It's this
a great
huge studio.
Yeah, outside of Berlin, near Potsdam. And we were there in the spring, and we had a late spring because it was cold.
How's your German?
Sehr gut, danke. Not so hot. Ich spreche kein Deutsch.
Sounds good to me. Well, thank you so much, John, for this time.
Thank you for your tiny camera.